Yeah, we're having some issues with the link, but we'll sort it out. You know, don't worry about it.
Give me money, give me deposit with credit though. And he said, get in the promise so comfortable. You can tell, but you cannot fit my designer shoes.
But yeah, if you have some questions for Stretch, just drop them in the link, and we'll ask. Yeah.
Okay.
What's happening?
What's up? 4, 2, 3, 5, 8, 6. Yo, we up in 40 seconds. We up in 40 seconds. All right, stay on the line. 1. We up?
Yep, gotcha. Oh,
All I do is follow.
we are back.
We're back.
We're back again.
We're back. Chris, what?
My chair is
What?
bugging.
Woo! 710 RB2, your station of choice. It's a brand new one from a Stretch, a man that we are in conversation with. And Northern Lurch, Arrive Nation, it's where it's at. Shout out to our online audience. And we got the man up back on the spot. Yo!
What's popping? What's popping, y'all? I'm
Back
here.
to the space that we never really left.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Sorry, I kind of missed the first half of the interview because I was like,
Eddie
in
was
French.
fine.
In French, we say I was au four et au moulin. That means I was everywhere, man. But I'm back now. I'm just going for.
Break. I don't know.
I was definitely on a break. Not bathroom, but definitely on a break.
I like that man already.
MXM. All right, man. Tell me a little bit about the rollout of the album. Like, it was very elaborate. It was very thought out. I was blown away by it. Tell me about that. And I want you to tell it because I want people to understand and appreciate the fact that you actually got it done.
Yeah.
Here.
Shout out to everyone who's just paying attention to the music business and the stuff behind the scenes. I think this is one thing that I always say. We are in the music business. That's 2 words. There's music, the art part, and then there's business. Like a lot of artists, we need to, once we're nice with the art, we need to make sure we get our business acumen down. And rolling out a product is part of that. So my team and I were really trying to get something solid on that part, because one thing we've seen with the local industry is a lot of us tend to slack on that, to be honest. So the rollout was the objective is to get the whole project known. It's like marketing any product. You want to get if you're running a Smile Suit, you want to get people on the block knowing that you sell fat cakes from 8 to 5. So what is the most creative way you can let your people know that happens? So what we did is we're like, okay, let's do a listening session with a visual aspect, and reach out beyond our social circle. Let us get people in the industry. Let's get people who have followers. So yeah, we got all those kinds of people, put them in a room in about groups of 11, and over the course of a week we let them experience the project. There was a whole presentation and whatnot, and they got to experience the thing. Now we're choosing people with different types of audiences on their own. So I had YouTubers in there, I had podcasters in there, I had radio personnel in there, and it was really, it turned out to be a huge success. I think even more than I anticipated, because now people, I don't know, were calling me. Like yesterday, Zeus called me on the phone. He wasn't. I hadn't even spoken to him in a long time. He's like, "Yo, this project is fire. I heard about it." Like, "Oh wow, we're winning." So
No, you're
good.
definitely winning, because the I've always believed that the winning part is not necessarily in the quality, but also in the buzz generated by the project you're putting out. Because
Exactly.
because the more
Exactly. We
people
like to.
gravitate towards it, the better.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You know that saying? What's that saying? If a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, did it really fall? So
Yeah,
that's
you
one
know what
thing
I'm
that was
saying?
behind us this whole time. Like we need to
Yeah.
get it out, otherwise we wasted time. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's dope. That's dope. So
Facts.
tell us about the book.
Yes, shout out. There's a book. You're way ahead of me, Eddie. You.
Got my ear to the streets, man. Got my ear to
That's
the
what
streets.
that's what the break did for him. He was
Wow.
able to get his facts straight.
That's facts. Facts.
Yeah.
All right. So then this album has an accompanying novel. It's called EYIEDZI, Gods and Kings. It's an Afro fantasy story that takes place in the 14th century, and is takes its plot from this cultural device called Adinkra symbols. In Ghanaian culture, there are, on the, like, I don't know, like those on the live stream, you can see my shirt and whatnot. There are kind of like designs on it. In Africa, in Ghanaian culture, these designs have actual meaning. So EYIEDZI, even on the album cover, there's no text. There's just the EYIEDZI symbol. So that's a whole cultural device on its own. And this book is a story, a fictional story about how this particular symbol was created. And it takes place around the events of the rise of the Malian Empire. You know, it features a whole lot of thematic things that can't necessarily be explained in a music sense. When you follow characters and stories, you get to teach certain adages.
Yeah.
So yeah, that came out with the project. The first 8 chapters are available on my my social media, but the book is going to have its own full rollout moving forward. Yeah.
I would like to have an appreciation of folks that you've since surrounded yourself with when you are
Mm.
birthing this project, when you're bringing this project to life. What
Yes.
were you looking for, and how imperative is it for them to really understand what you are trying to bring to the fore?
Mm. Big shout out to directed by Kizito, man. Like when I met this guy, I met him like towards the end of last year, but we really got to start working. He's the guy who directed the music video for Follow Me, and he's been a close compadre throughout this whole rollout. And he's someone who truly believes in what's happening here. I just presented the thing to him, and he's like, "Whoa, dog! You need a person on your team when you just show them the work and they're
Yeah,
having ideas of their own. They're putting their own money in
awesome.
it. They're just like running with this thing like it belongs to them." So that was the biggest criteria I was getting for people I wanted on my team, people who believe in this thing. Definitely, I want us all to eat. All the people I'm working with, I want us all to eat and to benefit and profit off of this thing. But my first criteria is someone who believes in the project by themselves. I mean, even more than they would believe in me or something, but because if a person is like that, they're a true fan, loyalty is there, hard work is there, ethic is there, and that's a big part.
That's dope.
And you spoke strongly to how important it is for us in the creative space to seize the moment. Like we find ourselves in this position, and you have said you have an option to look at this thing two ways.
Yeah.
You could sit here and feel sorry for yourself. You could sit here and say, hey, listen, this is where I'm at, and I'm going to try to navigate that way, and things will change for me because I believe that way is where it's at for me. So I would like to put you on the spot right now and say, are we doing enough to equip ourselves for status, to ready ourselves for seconds? So when the new normal pretty much unpacks and we get to have a better understanding of it, we are not in the same position we were prior or before COVID hit.
Yeah.
Are we going to find ourselves having the same conversations, our narrative naturally sitting in the same place post COVID-19? Or do you believe that we have since embarked on a path that will set us free from the chains that have been holding us back, before COVID?
I think the answer to that question just depends on like how the artists respond. If those who take that attitude of looking at it as an opportunity, if majority of them do that, then we'll move forward. Because I don't know, there are guys who are starting to have things like virtual concerts.
Yeah.
People are having, online this and coming up with all kinds of solutions for, their problems. And as to whether we're doing enough, I think time will tell. But I think, I think it's a crisis. I don't want to say like any other, but crisis is crisis. And like you mentioned, we could sit here and cry about how bad it is, or we could get up and move. And I think this is more than just an artist quality. It's a human quality. This is not the first time we've, as a human race, faced, something dire.
Yeah.
And the thing that keeps people going is the innovation. So there's a saying, it says innovation is born from either creativity or desperation, you know?
Yeah.
So we have to, I think, inevitably, if it gets so dire, people are going to figure it out, And I think it's on us who are already thinking in that space to light the match and get things going, because look, it's do or die, we're going to have to make it somehow.
True. All right, man. And how was the creative process during the pandemic for you? Like, would you say it was growing pains, or would you say it was just pains?
So that first lockdown, that prison break lockdown, you can't get out of your house lockdown. That was a blessing. That was sort of like a blessing in disguise for my creative process.
Yeah. Because
around March last year, before that time, my smartphone died. Couldn't get it fixed. Whew. There was no internet at the house. It was late for that. There's no TV at the house. I just had the laptop, and I managed to secure recording equipment. I didn't have equipment at the time. Yeah. So I was able to, it was just me, the laptop, and the mic for 2 months. So I'd already started working on the project, but when that happened, I was like, wait a minute, yay, I can focus now. No one's going to be calling me, telling me things I don't want to hear. I can just work on the project. So that's how it was. For the intensive part of the project, it took me 11 months to finish the thing. That's November 2019 to about October 2020, but just that through those lockdowns, it was literally just me, the mic, and my imagination.
But interestingly, while you were working on your project, you were busy with other people's projects too.
Yeah,
I got,
I
I
guess you
got a
can't
little,
escape some of those things.
I got the inside scoop.
Yeah, you got the scoop, man.
I
I
got
can't
the.
say I can't tell you lies, huh? You love it.
Yeah, no, that's dope, man. That's fresh.
Yeah.
And it's
Shout
amazing
out
that something
to
so beautiful is coming out of a such a dire situation. We need creations such as this. We need projects such as this. We need rollouts such as these because
mm,
that's especially in this period where things are hard. When people get to see what you've come up with, what some people are coming up with, it
mm,
kind of like also encourages them to be like, yo, if they can come up with this in this dire situation, what can they do if we pour what we need to pour into their projects, into what they want to do? So
yeah.
I'm sure it's gonna be all right from here onwards. I can say that
Yes, sir.
confidently.
I mean, seasons. We have good seasons, bad seasons, but the man never changes.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Mm,
We are very notorious for speaking truth that half the time people might feel or see as maybe putting us in a bad light.
really? You
I
guys are the
yeah.
controversial guys. You guys are Charlotte.
We
You guys are
were
Joe
Yep.
Budden.
no we had
Yep.
Ozzy come on and call us out. Call us out as a station, call us out as a medium.
Ooh.
And it's no. I would like for our audience, I would like for you to understand that for us to go forward as a people, we
Mm,
need to be able to confidently have conversations that says, Stretch, I believe that your approach over here could have gone this way, and we would have
mm,
heard, this much, impact. You know what I mean?
mm.
And
Fact.
I'm saying this because, there was a conversation that Zeus was a part of, and he has
Yeah.
said that, it was obviously around your radio play, that
Mm,
we're not doing enough as, different mediums to ensure
mm,
that our people are getting as enough airplay as they possibly could get their hands on. And I'm
mm,
saying in a season where our borders are still closed, in a season where the media space has the responsibility to
mm.
feed the market what they need to hear and get familiar with.
Yeah.
Do you think that we are doing enough as broadcasters to ensure that the
Mm,
material that you've worked so hard for, you've just explained the creative process, throughout a very trying and very difficult, season,
yeah.
and for that not to be received and to be put out on platforms that would naturally speak to a much more greater audience, do you
Mm,
feel enough has been done in that regard to educate our audience in terms of the quality that our people are producing? And how do you see that ultimately? I believe coming back to the artists to help them, because if we're not putting you people out there,
mm.
then
Yeah.
how do people get to appreciate that there is this incredible? I mean, I had of
Mm.
some artists called Bam Bam. I'm hoping that I'm not butchering their name.
I think you are. I
I
think you
they
butchered that, but
but they're amazing. All I'm trying to say is,
oh,
Yeah.
Stretch is here, Bam Bam is out there, and
Mm,
if I'm not doing enough to educate the masses on who these people are, what they
mm.
have to offer, then post the pandemic, we are naturally going to go back to our old normal. And our old
yeah,
normal is
yeah.
bringing in an act from that place and paying
Mm.
them however
And
much,
you know,
and
Exactly.
at the cost of, what Stretch could be taking home.
facts.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Stretch looks like an anime character. Like looks like a live action Afro samurai.
What is that to do with? What is that to do with
Everything.
what we?
It's branding. Yo, come on. Like someone will
Oh,
look at him
wow.
like, yo, I need to cast this homie in a movie.
Stretch, I would like for you to speak to what I just asked you. You will address how you look with Eddie when
He's
you're
got
done with
the
it.
man's got the looks.
Afro Samurai, huh?
You know what I'm saying? The Ghanaian version.
Or Bushido Brown. That's the one I get.
Bushido Brown. That's even better. You know what I mean? That's even closer actually.
Oh God.
But,
So
but go ahead, homie.
before I talk about my haircut, Eddie, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
you most welcome.
I'll just the whole issue of the airplay and stuff. I
Yeah.
think like the industry, the creative industry in Gabs and BW just works like any other industry, and I mean that in the sense that it's an ecosystem. All our moving parts need to be working, doing their bit in order for growth to happen.
Yeah.
So, like that, I like that you said, homie, that the media people, you guys who have the doorway to like put the stuff out to the listeners. Yeah, you guys have to have that thing of playing the stuff,
Yeah.
But I'll say, with regards to that, and this was on the mind of my team as we're doing our rollout, we as the creatives need to be making good art.
That's a first. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I get crucified for saying that, but thank you very much.
No. Like, I think it's big facts. You see, the reason I don't worry so much about, like, or I'm not so complacent about, oh my goodness, they need to play my stuff on radio. Why aren't I on? The reason I'm not like that is because I'm convinced that, look, if I make art that's great and I get these people to hear it and they become genuine fans, dude, I don't have to do anything.
Play. That's right.
Because think about I think about myself like this. I remember when Avengers came out. Hey,
yeah.
I was that guy who went to New Capitol Cinemas in a suit, alone. I didn't go with a crew. I didn't go with anybody else. I just did that on my own. I was posting. I was making sure everybody knew that this movie was coming out. And best believe Marvel didn't pay me a dime for that. I did that because I was a fan, a genuine fan. So my thing is like, those people, like, if I'm creating something and the people who are, the publicists, if they love it and they know, like, look, I will get my audience to grow from this thing. I will eat off of this too. The ecosystem works, man.
That's true. And you know what? Like, the stations need your product. We need you. And if we know that people are gravitating towards you, then it's a no-brainer that
it will not have us not to.
Exactly, it's a no-brainer that we're gonna have you over and over and over again.
Exactly.
So you create a beautiful cycle.
Exactly.
So but thanks so much for that.
Part.
Now let's talk about your haircut.
I love that serious conversation. I don't know those online. I don't know if I'm not even in the chat anymore, but
you are. You're live and direct, man. You are clear. God is smiling on us.
Little sexy line over here.
Yeah.
And I think, you know what? And also, like, the hairline. The hairline is not. There was a bit of thought put into this. It's not the traditional.
Okay.
Straight. We've got the straight thing plus the three. The traditional black man haircut.
That's right. So it is well thought out, basically.
Yeah, I thought to not go with the line, but use my natural hairline with the little M, that little thing that comes at the front there, because I was like, hey, it's the black man hairline.
Thank you very much.
This is how we actually look,
That's right.
Coupled with the fact that nobody's doing that, it also adds to the thing that I'm saying that's coming with this whole project about being authentic to oneself.
Yeah.
Especially in a cultural or traditional sense.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me show off my messed up hairline and make it cool. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's dope. It's dope because I've always believed that you ooze what you are and what you have. You know what I'm saying? And if you have a package that you believe in and you're saying it's complete, then you have to be part of that package too.
Yeah.
Like James Bond looks a certain way, speaks a certain way, walks a certain way because it's part of the package. And the interesting thing about that brand, for example, the actor is supposed to act the part for as long as they're holding that title. The actual actor, like, they have to dress a certain way, they have to walk a certain way, behave a certain way. There's some things they're not allowed to do. So for you to literally just take the time to think about how you're going to look like, that shows how serious you are about your craft, about how you present yourself as part of that package. If tomorrow you decide, I'm just gonna go bold and I'm gonna do music that's 180 degrees, right? we will ride with that because we'll understand the shift.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's what I'm getting, and that's why I was really like appreciating like the fact that you didn't just sit on the music and say, oh, they're gonna buy the music. You were like, nah, I have to look a certain way, I have to present myself in a certain way, my hair's gotta look a certain way, I have to dress a certain way, and even my dressing's gotta tell a story. It's not just about throwing things together, but the shirt that you're wearing, for example, right now, you can tell a story. You know what I'm saying? The videos that you've put out, it tells a story. The aesthetic is there, and trust me, personally, I love that totally.
Shout out to you, Eddie, man. Shout out.
Yeah.
All right. And just closing our chat Stretch. Post the restrictions, post the season that we find ourselves in. What are the plans for the team? What are the plans around the project? How do we see you engaging further with our audience? Within our borders, beyond our borders, the audience, beyond the continent of Africa.
It's a really carte blanche. Hey, there's a lot, and I am personally excited because there's so many doors that are open. I mean, I'll share a few. First off, there's the live show, the first live show following this project. Although we're all restricted to 50 guests, we're going through with that, and at the end of next month there will be a live show. Watch my social media for that. So it'll be really fun to translate the album, the songs of that type, to a live format, so people are gonna get to experience that.
Awesome.
There's again the book, so it take this same ethic and all these things that we're talking about, but now apply that to the literary space and have all those conversations with the literary people, because I feel like as important as music is, the literary thing of storytelling is one of the oldest mediums besides music itself, and I think we can do some work in that arena. As Eddie pretty much alluded to, I look weird. I'm a model, so there's a lot to move down that path. Regarding this, the fashion, the branding, the stories that can be told via the image. That we can definitely. There are definitely plans in the pipeline to move it down in that direction. The song of the album is 13 songs long. And pretty much 11 of them are singles in themselves. Only one has dropped, so I've got like a year or two worth of singles still to drop. So, man, there's a lot, dude. And there are plans to push to SA, Zambia, take over SADC. So we're doing that slowly.
Take over Africa and take over the world.
Yeah, what are we gonna do tonight, Brain?
You know what I'm saying?
Every night. Take over the world.
Thank you very much. That's what I'm talking about.
The one time an artist brought together heavyweights on their first single was as far as my recollection can serve me, was when MT came out. His first single had AK on it. It had WizKid on it. You managed to bring that back to life. You had Visual, you had the late Sasa Claus on your first lead single, and that for me personally, has always stayed, will always stay winning. So I would like to take this time to say, big up yourself for being who you are. Big up yourself for believing in who you've been called out to be, and just living that every single day of your life, and pretty much breathing it in all things that you do. So big up yourself. Best of luck with the project, and we are hoping that when we are now afforded the pleasure of having you live in studio, your first stop would be right here.
Facts.
We're gonna have like a runway and everything. We'll have like a fashion show. You know what I'm saying? I
will try not to show up in stiletto.
Hey man, I'm gonna bring my Ghanaian one piece. I got like this 10-meter long garb that I haven't worn yet ever.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
we'll
you
have the
know,
whole thing only in vernacular. Just
you know what I'm saying? This man knows his stuff. That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, Stretch. Once again, man, thank you for affording us the pleasure of just picking your mind on just how
Yes,
amazing
sir.
you are, and the amazing project that you've brought to life. And best of luck with everything, man.
Yeah,
Thank you
man.
so much.
And
Thank
how do
you.
people reach you, man?
Reach me at Stretchalizi on everything except TikTok. I'm too old for that. But
Hey,
yeah,
hey. I got TikTok. I got
What are
TikTok.
you trying to
Like
say about Eddie, man?
I got TikTok. What are you trying to say about me, man?
Eddie.
Get on TikTok.
I don't know.
TikTok is the future.
Shout out, guys. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Hey?
Thank you
big
so
up yourself,
much, man.
All right.
All right, peace.
It is RB2, your station of choice. Man is amazing, and I'm pretty convinced that you've picked it up for yourself. 17103, 17103, that is the studio text line. And there's a text here that says, Eddie, hello. And I only get a hi, Prince. And he lost about it. Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You read, but you read it though.
It's right there.
Okay, and the way you read it, you could have just said Eddie, hello.
Well,
And
that's not how it was
and
put
Prince,
down.
hey.
That's not how it's put down.
Perception is everything. Perception.
It's okay. It's okay because they didn't quite say who they are. You know what I mean?
Perception.
So it could possibly be the wife.
Nah. She should call me. She should call my phone directly. Absolutely.
Headed to the news.
Let me find my other things.
Get him back on the.
Yeah, we're already there, but I just need to find a way to listen to him.
Oh.
Give me one
But
second.
the one time you were able to hear him before we went up.
Actually, it actually turned out all right. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Can you guys still hear me on
It was
the line?
actually perfect. Hey, Stretch, you there?
Yeah. Can you still hear me
I
on
don't
the
know if you're
line?
still there. If you can hear me.
I can hear you. Negro. I know that.
Let's see what I can do. Let's get here. Just trying to get my audio real quick so I can be able to hear you. Give me 1 second.
Back.
Yo, Stretch, you there?
What's poppin'? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. I think the line is pretty bad, but I can hear you. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. It was awesome.
Shout out for having me, man. Shout out.
Yeah, and actually, the interview was perfect, man. Yeah, the double feed went by perfectly. The online audience was able to catch it. So it turned out pretty well. I'm very excited as to what we'll be able to do with this footage. And it'll definitely be available to you. I'm just gonna play around with it a little bit, and once the playing is done, we'll work it out.
Nice. Please do that. My audience would love to see this as well, man. They're like texting me and all. They're talking about, where'd you get this library? It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, but you got some love from a bunch of people. You know, my main man Pono is a photographer. Zuzi, Omega Zulu, D, Charlie is like an artist. Angelina, Mokomotsi, Kizito was on here as well. Yeah, man. Peter was here, and of course, Patimo was here, and my wife was here too, giving you a shout out. So shout out to you, man.
Jollof. Yeah, man.
represent. All right, man. So I think I'm a we're gonna let you go now. We're gonna let you do your thing. It's almost 8 p.m. I know it's past dinner. I know as African households we're very strict on eating times.
Yeah. Yes,
So let's keep in touch. Let's keep in touch, man, and let's keep it moving. Yeah, keep winning,
most
bro.
definitely. Thank you. Appreciate it. We will talk. Shout out to everybody on the live.
All right. Shout out to you.
Shout out.
SNS Live.
All right, guys. That was Stretch. Now we continue with no regular programming.
Looking for the best, it's that one and only. Ain't nobody do it better, you can bet it on me. I'ma put your on hold if you acting phony, but you gon' get that exclusive thing if you're checking for me. You checking for me, get it shorty, and the rest is on me.
Now all they do is follow me. Follow me. Everyone here just follow me. Follow me now, all they do is follow me. Follow me, I know they blame is all on me. It's all on me.
That's class over swag, you know what's up. Get your funds up. We go party all night till the sun up.